Hey Taurus, and welcome to your July 2018 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky here to give you guys hopefully another amazing reading for your month ahead. And wow, Taurus, this is a very defining month for you. As it was last year, I remember that your reading was like really big and really defining then. I guess there's something about the month of July, you know, Cancer and Leo time, that makes sense because you are a fixed sign. And so when you're in Leo time, it makes sense that you are squared off and facing things from, maybe not the easiest angles, as I feel that to be the main element present here for you this month is like awkward angles or change in angles or angles that are just not working for you anymore. So it is a month where you are changing that about yourself and you are looking at things from different perspectives, changing your philosophies or your opinions towards different aspects of life or people. And sometimes for Taurus, as a fixed earth sign, with Uranus having just entered your sign, this can be very scattering, where you get these, past ideas or past thoughts or feelings towards life that become very cemented and very much like your backbone, like your ground, your foundation. And then they all change and you sort of feel like the earth is falling out from under you. I do sense this to be a month where it feels like vertigo, or it feels like there's a sense of falling, there's a sense of downward spiral. It's not to say that Taurus is messing up or even having that severe of a time of things, as I feel that you face this really well. It feels like you're built. It feels like despite this foundation shifting at like a health level or a like you level, it's good. It's the things around you. It's more macro that where the shifts are happening. And I feel like this is your silver lining, that you have built such a good body or built such a good foundation in some way, so that all the other ones can start to shift. So do fall back on that. If you are feeling like a Taurus who has nothing right now, or has a tricky situation that feels completely unsolvable or unresolvable, this is a time to cheer it up, or a time to seek out the help, to ask for some of you to ask for the loan, or to ask for the help. Like I feel like this is a month where Taurus can ask for help and do really well, but that's only if you can't resolve things, like, period. There are a lot of reversals this month for your sign. Almost all of your cards are Death, Seven of Swords, Six of Wands, Five of Cups, Ten of Cups, Two of Wands, and Nine of Cups, all reversed. So everything is like undoing itself. That's what I tend to think when I see a reading mostly filled with reversals, is, things that have been here for a long time are shifting direction and untying themselves. This can be a really good thing for Taurus, and very encouraged actually, with Uranus entering your sign, to start to separate from aspects or people or experiences that have really stuck to you for a long time. I don't feel it's that great of a time for Taurus to be very weighed down by a lot of things, as you are coming to a place of like new portal, new door, new path, new life, and sometimes you can't take everything with you. Sometimes you can't like strap the house to your back and like try to like walk into the new portal, because you just kind of stay put because there's no moving it. I think that Taurus is very strong right now, but not strong enough to take everything. So what can be released during this time? Most simply, what can no longer weigh you down anymore? I sense you to be thriving through identifying what those things could be. So before I get into the week to week, I do still feel like there is a strong message of, what would I say? Some of you are feeling kind of attacked or feeling a bit victimized right now, and for some of you it is true. It's not like a false sense of victimization. There's a sense of, I got away from that just to jump into like a 10 times worse situation, and I thought that, it was right to run away from the past situation in that way, but I would have never thought it could have gotten worse. And there's like a fight with yourself that you're having there, in the sense that, well, I couldn't just stay. What was I supposed to do? You are like formulating why you chose certain directions, and maybe feeling a bit frail in the face of that. And this is a beautiful time, Taurus, to embrace you, to embrace yourself. When you see the frailty, when you see the fragility in aspect to unresolvable situations of the past. And it's a time to like not long for the the clutter of the situations that can't come back. I feel like Taurus perhaps finds themselves in these situations. They're like, oh, well, I have the car, or oh, well, I have the career, I have this, that, and it's going to distract me now. It's really a time for Taurus to beautifully be able to not necessarily not enjoy this, but to not need it especially, and to find like your own self, your own matter as helpful and nice as really like luxurious nice things, for example. I also feel that July doesn't bring with it for Taurus a lot of instant gratification. So you're working towards a lot of things. Taurus has built a lot of ambition. Taurus has built a lot of purpose over so far this first half of 2018. And July isn't about necessarily taking the rewards from that yet. I feel it to be like a marinating energy. I feel you to be processing everything that you've been striving for and slowly starting to reap those rewards throughout the rest of the year. Try to not pull everything out of the hat this month, because you're dropping a lot of things. You're dropping a lot of things. So if you pull a lot out of the hat, it feels like you drop it very quickly as well. So really focus on what you no longer need in your life, what aspects of you have been rediscovered, and through that focus, it feels like you come into a very strong awareness of what needs to go and what needs to stay, and you may be surprised with what you see there. Anyway, Taurus, I'm going to go ahead and get into the week to week here and give some more clarification. I know this is a little bit abstract, but hopefully I'll get more specific here. Week number 1, Death reversed, rooted down by 2 of Wands reversed. Some big plan, some big opportunity has lost itself in some way, or you found yourself no longer wanting to strive for this like really big thing that was once there. I feel this to be incredible, Taurus, because the energy has been like submitted. The energy into this desire has been submitted, and to have like that desire in and of itself has generated a lot of other possibilities and opportunities. So for those of you who've been like working, for like the last 2 years on the book or something, and it's like pretty much done, and you're like, well, now I don't want to do the book. That's okay. How can you take what you've done with the book and apply it to something else? Applying the patterns and habits and cycles that you used during the book to another thing that you're wanting. Be grateful for the desire to change. This can be hard for Taurus a little bit, and very necessary with Uranus and Taurus. I think, and this is pretty big for you guys, I think before this, so like 2016, early 2017, you're like, I can't change. I'm not a person who can change. I want this stability. I want this structure. I want to be in control of who I am. But you're starting to see halfway through 2018, Taurus, like you can change and you can thrive through change. It's not even a matter of being like forced to adapt, but it's a matter of like, yeah, I can take change into my own hands and I can do this well. So really watch out for like other people having wanted you to change and like choosing not to change because you don't want them to be proven right. So you see yourself changing, you see yourself becoming different in some way, and you're like, no, I can't do this. That person wanted me to change for them, and I couldn't change for them. So now for me to change now would be like giving them what they wanted, and they were not good for me. Allow yourself the changes, Taurus, not for anybody else, but just for yourself. I hope that makes sense, because it's coming in July for sure. And a lot of what I see in these energies might deal with resistance to change. Undoubtedly, week number 2, 7 of Swords reversed, rooted down by 3 of Cups. People are celebrating or encouraging you to be something that feels a bit cheaty to you, or a bit tricky, or a bit deceptive. Watch out for your friend group. Watch out for the people that you're getting your validation from, and sort of like be smart here. Like maybe be a bit cunning, and think, okay, the advice that I'm getting from these people, the way that they're swaying me, how has that helped them? How has that prioritized them? I do see that you're seeing very clearly people's true colors in this week and in all of this month. So look at your friend group, look at the people around you, and think, it was very convenient or don't think, but like see if it was convenient for them to steer you in a certain way, and see like if they were doing that for them or for you. And it's not gonna, I'm not saying that all Taurus's friends or close people have been like, deceiving and manipulating. It's not the case, but you'll be able to see it if it's there during this time. And that's the key to this time, is being able to see what's here right now, because it will really mirror and mimic things that are and are not working. Also for week number 2, don't let anybody just be too convincing. Things can be too good to be true, I think, with that energy. Seven of Swords reversed, like rooted down by Three of Cups. People could be thinking, or offering you something that if it's too good to be true, it probably is. Like, watch out for like grandiose possibilities which aren't common for the type of situation that you're in, and be able to back that up, be able to like maybe be direct. I do think this is a wonderful time for Taurus to be direct. There's a general energy of like underhandedness or looking down, indirectness, passivity. You, Taurus, will thrive through being direct and straightforward, head on about things right now for sure. Which does bring back into focus the secrets and the lies and those types of things that you've dealt with for a while now that you might have felt like you're just getting past, or you might still feel haunted from the past with that. This is a great time, Taurus, for you to be able to confide, or to tell somebody the truth about something. I'm not saying that you've like lied or something, but if there are Taurus that have dealt with that, like this is a very supported time to tell the truth about something. Also, on the other end, if people have been lying to you and you find out, it's a good time to confront them. I would get it out of the way during this time if I were you. Week number 3, 6 of Wands reversed, rooted down by 5 of Cups reversed. So confidence and mourning. So like grief cycles relating to confidence and pessimistic ideals are definitely coming up here. I sense Taurus to become much more optimistic or much more aware of their power, in the sense that you're like, okay, this difficult situation can happen, but actually it doesn't matter because I'm still here. Like, I'm still operating, like I'm in my skin and I feel at home. It really doesn't matter what happens outside of me, and I can face situations with some type of valor. I sense you to be like an honorable warrior or like valor-filled type of presence right now, which is beautiful. I haven't felt this from Taurus before. So I think you're really lifting a lot of people up, or you're just by being around other people right now, you lift them. It's not that you have to try. It's not that you have to get people out of trouble. You might have that. Like, you might have people, you know, calling you and being like, I need you to loan me money. I need you to bail me out of jail. I need you to do something for me. That's a funny specification there. But you don't have to do that. Just by being there and by speaking to people or visiting people or telling people how things actually were in a higher vibrational way, you really pervade a lot of difficulty and you really help a lot of people at the same time. So if that sounds bad to you, or if that sounds like you're like, why do I need to help other people? Why does it need to be about them? I would definitely like look within and be like, why do things still need to be so gloomy? Why do things still need to, why, like kind of get double down with yourself there. Why am I opposed to other people feeling well? Why am I opposed to myself feeling well? It's like, you might be like, oh, it's too much energy, or, oh, I have to, sacrifice so much for others to feel well. Then you're not really making them feel well. Like, it's not real. Like, you're going to know real ways by like the 3rd week of July, real ways to make others and yourself feel better at the same time by like being truthful and higher vibrational. So come to enjoy that and let that be a silver lining of this month as well. So week number 4, King of Wands, rooted down by 10 of Cups reversed. So new creative energy, and perhaps new partnerships or new connections relating to creativity. So for those of you who are very creative individuals in your career or work, I feel that you can meet the right people to boost your medium or to boost your audience. That feels very supported at the end of the month. It's definitely a shift in energy there. The 3rd week, at the end of the 3rd week, is you shifting into a much easier and happier vibration and becoming more focused on your output, more focused on your art, your creativity, your solar plexus ideals. I'm feeling there for you really strongly. I feel that being around like Sagittarius or really any type of fire energy during that time will be very helpful and very supported, because I think that fire can help you not be so weighed down and so like stuck. I felt Sagittarius, I think, because it's like mutable, fiery energy. And again, there are so many changes happening right now for Taurus. So maybe observe Sagittarius or really any of the mutable signs. So like Pisces, Virgo, Sag, or Gemini, and see how they can kind of change very easily. And there will always be an aspect of you, Taurus, that wants to solidify and wants to put the roots down. But right now, it's like you have to be repotted, or you have to change. Like there still has to be some aspect of Taurus not dying just because you're uprooted, but being able to adapt to a new soil or something. So big thing for you this month, Taurus. 9 of Cups reversed is your central theme. So you are almost there. You're almost switching pathways, sidetracked maybe, or sideline. Like if you're moving straight forward, like maybe you should be going to the side at this point in time. Maybe a new path or a new career is in order, but you have to find a new key. You have to, because with 9 of Cups reversed, I always sense that it's like you're at the gateway, but you are not sure what the password is, or you don't feel like you have the key. So find the key this month. It will present itself. You'll know when you have it. And then don't be afraid to sort of go down the new path and repot yourself and start to put roots down in a new way. I feel that it's beautiful for you, and I feel that you're very loved, and I feel that many people want to see good things for you, even if you don't feel that there are many nice people around right now. People truly want to see you thrive, and people truly want to see you happy. So remember that, and there's at least like 1 or 2 people in your life, even if it feels like you have a lot of enemies or something. It's a good time for Taurus to rise and to be happy with who they've come to be and who they are moving towards, and more detached from who they were and who they thought they would be. So those distinctions will carry you through this month and propel you to a really powerful end of 2018 for sure. Okay, Taurus, if you guys would like to subscribe to my channel, I would so appreciate that. I do these readings every month, and I have like series that I put out and meditations here and there. So be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can get notified when I post your sign. Also, your likes and comments make my day. You can click the center of the screen to check out my Patreon page, and also check private readings if you would like to have a session with me. And yeah, I'm on Instagram and Twitter. That's in the description box. And I'm also have a few other links that are relevant as well. So much love, Taurus. We'll be talking in August. I can't believe it. But yeah, hopefully we'll be there. Talk to you soon. Bye.